that it was a routine briefing of the president on the development within the sub-regions. Speaking on his visit to the CSS farm in Nasarawa State, Governor Eno noted that he was on a study tour to examine the multifaceted agricultural facility to enable the state team acquire more knowledge for possible emulation, application, and replication at the ongoing Igbo model farm, in line with his vision for agriculture as contained in the Arise agenda. Our Government House correspondent Forumon reports that the governor also encouraged the team to inspect the farm, understand the success story, and make considerable deductions from the study, noting that it was a special working visit. On the national scene, the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, has declared that Nigeria is now better positioned to decisively confront the long-standing challenge of almajiri and out-of-school children across the country. Dr. Alausa made the assertion yesterday while addressing the Committee of States Commissioners of Education in Nigeria during a peer learning webinar aimed at advancing coordinated education reforms nationwide. Alausa described the initiative as timely and aligned with national education priorities, stressing that stronger collaboration between the federal government and subnational governments remains critical to sustainably reducing the number of out-of-school children. Nigeria has one of the highest numbers of out-of-school children globally, with previous estimates from international agencies placing the figure in the millions, particularly in northern states where the almajiri system remains prevalent. On legislative matters now, the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on Drugs and Illicit Trafficking has intensified efforts to curb substance abuse in Nigeria, pledging stronger legislative backing and deeper collaboration with the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC. The committee, led by Honorable Timehin Adelebe, made the commitment during a courtesy visit to the agency's headquarters as part of its oversight and fact-finding mandate. Speaking during the engagement, Honorable Adelebe described drug and alcohol abuse as a national emergency with grave implications for public health, security, and socio-economic stability. The committee also assured the agency of sustained parliamentary support in the fight against counterfeit, substandard, and illicit drugs, stressing that effective regulation of medicines and controlled substances remains critical to national development. Responding, the Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojishola Adeyeye, welcomed the lawmakers and commended the House for prioritizing drug control and public health protection. And still at the legislature, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Representative Abbas Tajuddin, says the National Assembly included both electronic and manual transmissions of results in the amended Electoral Act to avoid disenfranchising the Nigerian electorate and prevent voter apathy during the 2027 general elections. Speaker Abbas noted that due to inadequate internet penetration in the country, it will be counterproductive to allow only one electronic method of results transmission under the Electoral Act. He spoke when he hosted the Ambassador of Spain to Nigeria, Ambassador Felix Costales, during courtesy call at his office in Abuja over the weekend. Abbas received the Spanish ambassador in the company of the Chairman of the House Committee on Appropriations, Honorable Abubakar Bichi, the Chairman of the Committee on Foreign Affairs, Honorable Wole Oke, and the Chairman of the Nigeria-China Parliamentary Friendship Group, Honorable Jafaru Yakubu. The Speaker also assured that based on his interaction with the Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Joash Movitan, the 2027 general elections will be more transparent, accommodating, and inclusive. Away from that, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAAN, has urged motorists and airport users to be patient following traffic congestion at Murtala Muhammad International Airport in Lagos and Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja on the first day of his nationwide Go Cashless program. Fan, in a post on his X handle yesterday, said the gridlock resulted from many drivers attempting to register for the new Go Cashless cards at the toll gates despite prior notices and publicity encouraging early registration at designated offices. FAN acknowledged the temporary delays, noting that initial adjustment challenges are normal for major system transitions. The authority said it has deployed extra personnel, increased registration points, and enhanced on-ground coordination to ease traffic flow. You're listening to Global News on Memories 96.5 FM. More reports after the break. Do stay with us.
Stay up to date with all the latest in news, sports, and entertainment. Memories FM
96.5.
Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned to Global News on Memories 96.5 FM. And now to the rest of the news. On the foreign scene in South Africa, one person has died and 5 crew members reported missing yesterday after a tugboat sank off the country's southern coast. South African Search and Rescue SASA said in a statement that the tug vessel LEO transmitted a distress message yesterday reporting uncontrolled water ingress and requesting immediate assistance. The ship sank in the early hours of yesterday approximately 80 nautical miles south of Mosel Bay in South Africa's Western Cape province. SASA said 13 crew members have been accounted for, consisting of 12 survivors, adding that the vessel had 18 crew members on board before the incident. It said the search operations continue for the 5 missing crew members despite adverse weather conditions. And outside Africa, Emirati authorities say Iran's retaliatory missile and drone campaign in the Gulf has killed 3 people and wounded 58 in the United Arab Emirates since it began. Iran's continued and unprecedented Gulf bombardment has raised fears of a wider conflict and rattled a region long seen as a haven of peace and security in the turbulent Middle East. According to Abu Dhabi's defense ministry, the 3 people killed in the UAE attacks were Pakistani, Nepalese, and Bangladeshi nationals. The defense ministry said since Saturday the UAE detected 165 ballistic missiles, destroying 152 and intercepting 2 cruise missiles, adding that 506 of 541 Iranian drones were also shot down. In sport, the Democratic Republic of Congo's preparations for the FIFA World Cup playoff have been thrown into uncertainty amid unresolved visa challenges, while FIFA has yet to issue a decision on a formal protest launched by Nigeria. The Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) submitted a petition to FIFA alleging that DR Congo fielded ineligible players during their CAF World Cup playoff encounter in the Nigeria for applications, but no official confirmation of visa issuance has been communicated. Reports indicate that the Mexican consulate has declined to grant collective visas, instead requiring individual appointments and the physical presence of each applicant. The development have sparked apprehension within football circles, particularly given past travel controversies during the Africa Cup of Nations when administrative missteps drew criticism over the management of official delegations and public funds. That's Global News on Memories 96.5 FM. But before we go, let's take a recap of the top stories. President Bola Tinubu and First Lady Oluremi Tinubu have described the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, as one of the nation's greatest gifts, as a renowned clergyman marks his 84th birthday.